what that means? We got the car back, but there's an issue. All right, guys, here we go. Today is the day we're finally picking up the Mustang. I have been without this car for, I don't know, it feels like 3 months. It was like July?
Yeah.
Like July time frame?
Something like that.
So yes, significant damage to the Mustang, but it is all repaired, and I already have the front bumper and all that, as you guys have probably seen on the channel, in the garage. It makes no sense to put it back on because I'm going to rip it right back off as soon as we get it back, because a couple of boxes showed up today. We're going to get into that later in today's video. Just keep watching, and we're going to do a thorough walk around of the repairs with the good camera that we're on right now, so you guys can really get a glimpse of how everything turned out. The quarter panel and all that stuff was cut off, replaced. The door is all new, everything. But I'm so excited. Time to start modding. Finally, content is going to be coming your way. This next month is going to be hot and heavy. We have a twin turbo build, remember, that we are doing, and we're going to push big horsepower and finally get this car back on the track where it belongs, where it needs to be. But yeah, let's go pick up the car and then pick this video up when we get there. All right, here we go. First cold start for me in quite a while. So here we go. Corsa, full Corsa. I'm so excited. So happy to get this car back. Oh, I've got no seat belts. We have no gas. Okay, I guess we'll have to get some. You guys, we have the car back, finally. Oh man, it's been terrible without it. So different now because we have this new seat in the car. Now there's a couple of things. Actually, let me put the car back into quiet mode because it's not all perfect. So originally, how do I say this? So we thought it was going to be significant as far as damage, the expense of the damage. We were thinking it was going to be way north of 10,000, right? And actually it's not. It ended up being around a little over $7,000, so not too bad. So good job on the body shop there. However, it was told to me in the beginning that the front and rear on the passenger side wheels, both of them were pretty bad. They needed to be replaced. The front one can be repaired, but they were just going to replace them. And what they told me was that it was going to be about $900 a wheel from Ford. And I said, nope, give me the money. I'll go aftermarket if it's going to cost that much. And they could use some of that money to, you know, pull some of the money out of that to pay the deductible, because there is one. But, unfortunately, and this was never communicated to me, which is the unfortunate thing, in about 2 months, that they did find the wheels at a different location, and they were cheaper. They were under $300, which seems to be, you know, a lot more fair and accurate for OEM wheels. So I didn't get to keep the money. I ended up actually having to pay, but that's okay. That's what normally people do anyway. But I wish that I had known that, and that's just kind of a frustrating thing. If you know that in advance, especially, you know, like months ahead of time, you know, please, body shops, please translate that to your customers so that they can, you know, because what if I didn't have my deductible? You know, what if something happened? You know what I mean? And then the car, I couldn't pick it up. So it's just, that's neither here nor there, just some constructive criticism to the body shop. That's the only thing. But other than that, it looks like just looking around here, I mean, the car, it smells new. This is so exciting. So what we're gonna do is go home and then walk around the car and really look at the damaged side and look at the repairs in the sunlight. So for the past several videos we've been under fluorescent light. I want to see what this thing looks like in the sunlight with the good camera that we're on right now, and that way you guys can be able to see it too, because remember, it was from front to rear completely damaged on that passenger side. All not at fault, so, you know, leave your comment. You can say whatever you want to in the comments, but couldn't help it. I wasn't even driving, so don't blame me. But Corsa sounds not good and quiet with no rear seats. Let's go to track. That sounds much better. Sounds so good. The alignment has not been fixed, and they visually looked at the suspension and it looked like it was all fine, but they didn't want to put the car with damaged wheels on an alignment rack and then, you know, waste money and with damaged wheels. I understand it. So what we need to do is find some different wheels, some OEM wheels or whatever we can find, and replace these, and then go get it realigned, because the steering wheel is definitely off. So we're almost home. Just hang in there. We're gonna walk around the car, but we also have the twin turbo kit. It got delivered today. It's all here. It's all coming together, guys. I'm very excited. So let's take this thing back to the house and take a look-see around and then go from there. I'm getting a lot of looks right now. There is no spoiler on the back of it. We have tape. We have like painter's tape covering the holes, so it looks like a hot mess, and there is no front bumper on this car at all. So yes, I'm getting some looks because the car looks so beautiful. I mean, they just washed it and everything, but there's no front bumper, so we got to fix that. So we have an alignment issue, and here's the thing. All right, before we get into the what ifs, which I think are going to be significant, I just want to take the time and walk around the car as it sits right now. I literally have driven it like 8 miles and very slowly. So anyway, so we have, remember, the front bumper all the way to the rear was completely damaged. This is a brand new fender, brand new door. They saved the front bumper. I've already inspected it. It was perfect. Also with the rear is perfect. So before, it had some scratches and stuff like that. And you see this line here, it had actually went through that. So you can't even tell. This is a brand new quarter, guys, brand new. They cut back here and then down there. They had to weld everything up. They did fix the trunk line where this was off. I know the wind is going to kill this audio, I'm sorry. But as we come back here, we inspect, it looks pretty good, like you would expect on a Ford Mustang. Everything looks like it's fine. So yeah, just paying attention to detail right now. The door, this is a brand new door, and it opens and closes perfectly fine, very good. Now, remember, it was welded, cut and welded back here, and I can visually see nothing, and I cannot feel anything either anywhere around here. So even when we go up here, same is true for up top. It was actually cut right around here. So I can already tell that he has been welding, so I cannot feel or see anything. So very good job with the welding, and the paint looks good to go. There's 19,000 miles in the car. It's about a year old, so the paint, you know, the way they blended it is not going to be that bad. It's going to match up pretty good. We're going to take stripes off and all that stuff off of the car because it's eventually going to get wrapped. But so here's the deal. So what happened when we picked up the car was, well, before we went to go pick up the car today, I got a phone call, and remember, we'd been up there several times to go film and document this whole repair. And I live 8 miles away. You know, it's not like they're repairing in a different state or anything like that. So what has happened is when they were putting the adjustment and all that together, initially it was about, we were looking at about $900 a wheel from Ford, and we needed 2 of them. So what I did was I told them 1,800 bucks, okay, you know, I'll pay my deductible with it to give me the rest of the money, and I'll send it to, you know, for in support of the twin turbo build, or this or that or whatever. Maybe just have some spending money or whatever. I'm gonna go aftermarket, buy wheels, something. I'm not gonna pay almost $1,000, or I don't, you know, I'd rather keep the money. It makes sense, right? So apparently what happened was Keystone has them for under $300 a piece, but nobody told me that. If I'd known that, I would have told them just repair the wheel. Here's the negative that has come from this, is that when I got up there in person, they told me that they could not align the car because it had damaged wheels. Now this is curb rash. They're not bent, they're not broken. At least they don't look to be bent. It looks like it's just bad curb rash. But here's the thing, when she hit the wall, so if the alignment is off even a little bit, something has come loose. So why does somebody not tell me, hey, look, by the way, this is what you're going to run into if you don't replace the wheels? Because I would have been like, you know what, replace them. Or I'd have phoned the buddy and been like, look, yes, I'll bring you some wheels, put it on the alignment rack, and make sure everything is good to go. We don't have broken suspension, because we are going to twin turbo this thing. Yes, right here at my feet is the kit. Probably going to save that for another video, because I want to make it pretty much exclusive for that, so stay tuned to the channel. and it's gonna be awesome. But I don't want to do anything to this car until I know that it will align properly. So I'm gonna go to Firestone because I have their lifetime alignment thing. I'm gonna take it to them. We're gonna align it, and if it won't align, then we know that we have a significant problem. No evidence of, you know, frame damage or anything like that. I can hear it in the comments. Everybody's like, get rid of it, get rid of it. Well, looking at it, I mean, it looks perfect. But the deal is, you know, we got to make sure that we're safe, because I don't want to put this thing down the drag strip with a twin turbo kit making 750, 800 horsepower, you know, with trap speeds of 140 plus mile an hour, and then something breaks and then we freaking, you know, go right into a wall. New fender and door is going to be the least of our problems. We're going to be worried about our safety and, you know, my life at that point. So we got to make sure that my life insurance is up to date. So I'm gonna have to pull the wheels off, which I'm gonna do anyway. I'm gonna take the whole car apart and inspect everything, and then, because we got to do that anyway, we got to drive it, make sure everything is good to go before we start the twin turbo process here in the next day or so. We're gonna walk around the car just one more time, and that'll be the video, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. Yes, we have no bumper. So anyway, undamaged side looks perfect, right? Let's look at the hood fitment, and so a little gap here compared to this side here. You can see that's okay, because I actually have a replacement hood, carbon fiber. It got delivered and it's perfect. It's going to be replacing this, so I'll get to play with the alignment and make sure everything is good to go. Yeah, this is going to be a concern, so that looks fine. All these body lines look fine. Little tuck right there, but that's pretty common for Mustangs. New emblem, new fender, looks perfect. No red flags that I'm seeing. Trying to be as detailed with this as possible, so that's okay. Remember, they had to pull this glass out, and all this is good to go. They readjusted that, and yes, no stripes on the bumper. They repainted that and the front as well. To me, it looks good. We just got to figure out what's up with this and go from there. So stay tuned to the channel and for the twin turbo build, and I'll see you guys next time, I guess.